Hello, welcome to my channel. It's good to see you here. And today we're going to be talking about what is the Ascension and how do we ascend. My name is Kelly Emoto, and I'm a therapist, a pranic healer, and a spiritual teacher. I specialize in combining spirituality and psychology to help people evolve their vibration, raise their consciousness to the highest level they can in this lifetime. So, what is the Ascension? Other terms you may have heard that also refer to the Ascension are things like the awakening, the shift, the quickening. They're all talking about the same thing. The Ascension is a time where there are a set of conditions that are ideal to help us evolve, raise our vibration and consciousness more quickly than usual. The Ascension has been written about for many hundreds of years in ancient texts and in more modern books as well. You may have heard of it for the first time in 2012 when the media started talking about the end of the Mayan calendar. I was in London at the time, and the media really got hold of this, saying that it was going to be the end of the world. And then when it wasn't, and the 22nd of December arrived, the media then completely ridiculed the idea and said, oh, see, it wasn't the end of the world, it's all BS. But it wasn't, because the ending of the Mayan calendar was only the ending of a cycle and the beginning of a new cycle. These cycles are caused by planetary movements. And to people who say, oh, I don't believe in all that, I'll say, well, what do you think causes day and night? It's the revolution of the Earth in relation to the sun, planetary movements. What do you think causes the seasons? It's the journey of the Earth around the sun and the tilt of its axis, planetary movements. And what do you think causes the ebb and flow of tidal systems on the Earth? It's the gravitational pull of the moon in relation to the Earth. So once again, planetary movements. Every school child knows about these things. And so why wouldn't the more distant planets also have planetary movements that affect us on Earth? The answer is they do. We also know that our solar system is made up of planets that revolve around the sun. We also are, as a solar system, traveling and rotating around another center. I'm not sure what this center is. Some people call it the central sun. But we're on this journey, rotating around something else. And on that journey, we encounter certain things. At the moment, we are going through a photon band. So a huge amount of photons, light, that are bombarding the Earth and us. And this is a huge condition that is leading towards our ascension, our evolution. The light, The photons will affect our DNA and other parts of our energy system, and it's probably not the entire set of conditions, but that is a huge one at the moment. So this condition will help raise our vibration. You may have heard of the term light bodies. That is a term meaning that we will become lighter, we'll raise our vibration, and this photon band bombarding us is a big part of that. However, you are not going to ascend simply from this. This is an ideal condition where we are receiving help to raise our vibration, but we still have to do the work. An analogy is you want to go skiing, and so you have the best skiing equipment, the best clothing to wear, you go to a really good ski resort, you have lessons, and then the weather is fantastic. There's been a big dump of powder snow overnight, and the sun is out, the air is crisp and clean. All the conditions are ideal for you to ski. But those conditions in and of themselves aren't going to make you ski. You still have to get out onto the slopes and use all the things you've been taught by the instructor and all the equipment to maneuver yourself in the correct way down the slopes. And it's the same with the set of conditions here. Everything is ideal to help you to do the work, but you still must do the work. There's another set of conditions that is important for the ideal conditions of the ascension, and this is called the precession, not procession, of the equinoxes. And this lasts about 26,000 years. As the Earth changes its position with relation to the sun, there's a different set of astrological constellations behind the sun that affect us energetically. This is to do with the zodiac signs, the 12 zodiac signs, but it's not really astrology, it's more astronomy. So we're moving into the age of Aquarius, which you may have heard of, finishing the age of Pisces, because we're going the opposite direction. And this brings about its own set of energetic changes. Some people think that the official beginning of the age of Aquarius was on the 21st of December 2012, also the end of the Mayan calendar, as I said before. But I tend to think that these great cycles come in similarly to the seasons. So when we change from autumn to winter, for example, even though we have what's called the solstices, we don't see a sharp change on those days. We don't see totally autumn conditions and then on the solstice day totally winter conditions. There's kind of a phasing in stage where autumn gradually recedes and winter gradually comes into being. And I have a feeling that it's similar with these larger cycles. Even though the 21st of December 2012 may have been the official start date, there's still going to be this phasing in period where the old is finishing and the new cycle is coming into being. We're also raising our vibration from third density to the fourth density and possibly higher than that. So, what is the work that we have to do? It's a long list, but some of the things we have to do are firstly to identify our thoughts and our beliefs. Many of our thoughts and beliefs are in our subconscious, meaning that we're not conscious of them. This is because we developed many of our beliefs as we were growing up, and people didn't say, this is a lesson you have to learn. But because of our temperament, because of our circumstances, we formulated certain beliefs and thoughts around life and how to survive. And a good start point is to try and identify some of your own thoughts and beliefs. This is not easy to do because most of them are so intrinsically part of our self that we don't know that they're our thoughts and beliefs. We think it's the truth. When I was in my 20s and I heard about this, I set an alarm clock to go off at different times, random different times during the day. And when that alarm went off, I would stop what I was doing and write down what I was thinking. And I have to say, I was shocked at the level of negative self-judgment and negative judgment of others that I unknowingly was doing all the time. That's one suggestion. I'm sure there's many other ways to identify your thoughts and beliefs. It's not easy, and it's also not pleasant a lot of the time, because to really see your own thoughts and beliefs is, like in my example, I was not prepared for that. I thought I was already much more enlightened than that, but I wasn't. But it's fine. Whatever your current thoughts and beliefs are, that's the stage of your journey that you're at. And so identify them with as much compassion for yourself as you can. And this segues nicely into the next important part of the work that we need to do, which is to open our heart and raise a level of self-love and love for others, love for nature, life, and everything, basically. But it starts with ourselves. To develop unconditional self-love is quite difficult. I've said this in another video. Unconditional self-love is not just about pampering yourself, giving yourself treats, resting properly, getting enough sleep, having a good diet. All of those things are important in self-love. But the real key to unconditional self-love, which is quite difficult, is to truly accept yourself as you are. So you accept all your positive qualities, of course, the things you like about yourself, but you also accept your faults and your shadow side, as Jung called it. Not to condone these things and to keep them in a way that will never change, but in order to assess where you are right now and to accept with love all of yourself. Doesn't mean that you can't change these things, and you definitely will want to change a lot of these things because a lot of these things no longer serve you, and maybe they never did serve you. Maybe they served you for a certain amount of time, but they're no longer helping you raise your vibration. They're actually keeping you in a place that you don't really want to be or devolving you. Another suggestion on how to raise your vibration is to look at issues that you may have been struggling with for many years and still are struggling with. This will give you an insight into what you need to face and resolve in this lifetime to raise your consciousness. For me, one of my major issues in this life was to overcome being bullied. I was bullied a lot as a child from many sources, and I've only just recently been able to resolve that issue after decades of work. But now, in this ascension time, it doesn't need to take that long. Take advantage of the set of conditions now that will help you to face and resolve all these difficulties much more quickly and much more easily than you would have before this ascension time. A final important point in this video is that even though you're working on yourself, it's not a selfish act. As you truly resolve what you need to resolve and raise your vibration, you will make it that much easier for every other human on the planet to face their issues and resolve their issues and raise the vibration. This is an evolutionary time for the whole human species, and each person who successfully makes even the smallest step to raise their vibration will help everybody because we're all connected. So I really hope this has helped you. I'll be talking more about this in future videos. Wherever you are in the world, I wish you all the best, and bye for now. Take care.